listening to Kyle Sandilands talking about Pauline Hanson.
Subscribe to It's a Me Shanyo.
What is this? Kyle Sandilands talks to Daily Mail and clarifies he's not officially working for Pauline Hanson, but he's on board with her plan. Dude, what? No way. You're a Labour. I can tell by the soft skin. Yo, I didn't know he was like this, bro. I didn't know Kyle had motion, you know what I'm saying? I thought they were all like kind of leftists. I mean, every freaking radio news station is leftist, but if he supports Pauline Hanson, that's
so yeah.
Massey
is. Oh yeah, you're on the Pauline bandwagon. What's going on?
No
yeah,
way.
it seems to have misconstrued. I'm not working officially or unofficially. I'm just on board with their plan, and I like hanging out with it. It's actually a lot clearer and passionate than I would have. You obviously are. You're a Labour. I can tell by your soft skin.
Wait, no way. Dude, has Kyle got motion, bro? I always knew I liked Kyle, bro, because he was controversial. He said crazy shit. He was like hilarious. He probably went a bit too far with certain things. I can't remember exactly what he did, but he clearly got majorly cancelled. It probably wasn't that bad, to be honest. It probably just added up with all the shit that he said over the decades, but I liked him. I feel like he should have stayed on. But now he's going to do his own shit, bro. This guy should just go on podcasts and just spread the message of Pauline Hanson and just get motion, you know what I'm saying? But this is kind of crazy. I didn't know he stood there. I didn't know much about his political opinions, but yeah.
You're a Labour moisturising type.
Yo.
So, Pauline and Barnaby, I didn't really have much time for them either. I think the only hit
Labour moisturising. I've never heard that. That's awesome.
he split to see Barnaby rolling around and turned on the footpath.
Okay.
But you spend the night with them and it's a different, you feel the happiness, so that's what I meant. She ended up working for
There is a lot of passion with the way she speaks.
them. I'm not that much to scalp them, not the politician, but how that start, how that comes out.
So yeah, he's saying he's not paid off, he's not working with them directly, but he definitely supports their movement. That's W, bro.
She reached out when I got flicked.
No way.
Which was nice because I've had it on a few times.
See, that's probably why he supports her as well, is because a lot of these liberals, leftists, they definitely wouldn't have reached out and said, congratulations, because if that got leaked, they would have been in trouble for supporting him. So they're so scared, they don't have a backbone, and it's such a W that Pauline Hanson would reach out to him, and this is probably why he sort of supports her.
Yes, but with unexpected, very delicious, very empathetic. So I now call her Auntie Polly, and I feel that the whole country should start calling her Auntie Polly.
Wow, that's a W.
I don't know about Barnaby. Uncle Barnaby sounds a bit. Just sucks. Yeah. So.
Anyways, bro said sauce.
So they get excited for the new show. You're gonna look at it. No, bro. Listen.
Wait.
Also.
Hang on, I'm gonna replay that.
They're very excited for the new show. You're gonna look at it. No, bro. Listen.
What new show?
Also, Albo rang me.
No way.
2 weeks after I beat time Mike here, and I was in bed with the undies and the phone rings and it's Albo. I think, take it off, and he's like, "Hey, I've done the budget rounds and you weren't there." And I was like, "Yeah, well, you might not have been following for years, but I've been given the sack." But everyone was nice.
The budget? Oh, he's checking the news? I thought he was saying he's gone to the budget and they didn't pay him off. No, I'm kidding. But that's crazy, bro. He obviously doesn't support. It's like, bro. Oh my god. He doesn't support Albanese at all. You can already just tell, man, that he's all on board with the Pauline Hanson regime. Bro, literally, he called him 2 weeks too late, bro. He literally called him 2 weeks too late. If he would have got on sooner like Pauline Hanson, I swear to god, he would have got a little bit more support, but he seems like a conservative guy, so, man, honestly, this is a W, bro.
He's going naive, friendly, but you. I'm not saying these two are close friends, but you sort of get to know people on a personal level over time. But I'm just liking Pauline's, according to the other political outfits, she doesn't have any policies, but they actually do have them. It's just not full of lies.
Damn, it's not full of filler, is that what he's saying, bro? There's no filler there. It's just straight a few main markers, and that's it.
And waste on dribbler. And I'm with Gina Reinhardt too. Let's put this orange bulldozer through this government and just get rid of the waste.
Yo, he's fully on board, bro. That's kind of crazy to see, man.
75,000 single women with children homeless in the street, and we're building windmills that are the ugliest.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Things, and they don't even work. So get the coal back, get the fuel back. Let's get some production back, and then if we want to do these little dream projects for the woke losers, put a few windmills here and there. Spend all that money for these things that don't actually burn the energy or make the stuff.
Exactly, bro. Like, do these policies that are so efficient and get you so much money in your pockets that you can afford to like fund some of these things as well. This is, damn, I'm really fucking with his opinions right here. He needs to talk about immigration, bro, and then that'll be just a W, man.
And you get a lot of time up your sleeve, you start reading political stuff online, you realise, hey, these people do actually have some pretty good ideas.
Yup.
And maybe it's time that we all toughened up a little bit.
If you stopped getting just rage baited and actually looked at what she's really saying and read between the lines and do a bit of background research, you'll realize it's coming from a good place. And you'll realize the ideas behind them.
Work, that's how you prosper. You don't just sit around and get handouts from the government. That's not what winners do, but that's what losers do. So you're going down a little bit of a rabbit hole, would you say? Yeah, go down that rabbit hole. It's not the only hole I've been in this week.
Wow, so he's trying to basically... Wait, what? Yo, what? It's not the only hole... We're going to replay that because that's going to be hilarious. Bro, like, this... He's, like, trying to say, oh, you're down the rabbit hole. You're a conspiracy theorist. What are you doing? But, he's like, yeah, fuck it. I'm down the rabbit hole. I've fucking looked into her. And by the way, down the rabbit hole in this context just means he's done more research and means he's looked at more than just the headlines. So it's actually a good thing in this context to be down the rabbit hole. But he's obviously trying to disingenuously say that you're a conspiracy theorist, you're one of those conservative guys. Like, oh my god, it's so disingenuous. We're gonna replay this.
Here and there, spend all that money for these things that don't actually burn the energy or make the stuff that we want. But the common sense stuff is just where I think we need to start. And when you've got nothing to do and you've got a lot of time up your sleeve, you start reading political stuff online, you realise, hey, these people do actually have some pretty good ideas. And maybe it's time that we all toughened up a little bit. Hard work, that's how you prosper. You don't just sit around and get handouts from the government. That's not what winners do, but that's what losers do. So you're going down a little bit of a rabbit hole, would you say? Yeah, go down that rabbit hole. It's not the only hole I've been in this week.
Hey, I thought he said this is not the only hole I've been through in my life, which would be hilarious. But this is what we missed, bro. That was the wrong sound. But this is what we missed, bro. Like, this guy's hilarious, dude. And he's just freedom of speech, open-minded, sharing his opinion. This is freaking awesome. Yeah, he's hilarious. I feel like the radio show was like one of the only good ones, and it makes sense that he was a conservative, bro. It just does make sense.
I don't know what you're thinking. Instantly, moment of the
Dude, he's hilarious. This is this type of Australian personality that we need and that we've missed, bro. Taking him off of the radio show is probably the worst thing they could possibly do. Like, I don't know what happened with that show, but it's probably down the gutters. And this guy's been dragging through court. They're kind of trying to ruin his life over God knows what. But I hope he's doing well, dude. This guy's actually insanely based. What the hell? We're going to hit the victory. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. W Kyle.